Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to In the Moment with Paul James Sisler. I am your host. I'm a little off kilter today. My internet's been going in and out. So if I happen to disappear, do not fret. Cornelia is here. Yes, Cornelia Blackmore. She is co hosting with me today on The Alternative with J.H. Colts. Yes, Jay, I definitely need that beer. I am telling you. Cornelia, welcome. Thank you for helping me out. How are you doing now? I already know how you're doing for the day. How are you doing now?
I was gonna say, listen, I am doing fabulous. I mean, we had a great show earlier with the Nyatt, and I'm really excited to bring Jay onto the show. And as always, thank you again, Paul, for having me here. I'm a little lit, and this is gonna be fun.
All right, all right. So, for those that don't know, J.H. Colts, he is a writer, he is a musician, he is a multitude of things. He is godly. In fact, there was even once a cult started in his name. Welcome, Jay. How are you doing today?
Sober, mostly.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So, Jay, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I don't know. You did a pretty good job at telling people about me. So how do you top that? Uh, I write. I'm a writer. I'm a writer, fashion icon, painter, visionary. Occasionally an illustrator, but not really. Musician.
Ah, and I know you know a little bit about politics too. I love you, my man. I love you. All
I
right.
dabble in
Oh,
the dark arts. That yeah.
all right. Dark arts too. All right.
I
So,
meant politics.
what's that?
I meant politics. Politics being the dark art. Never mind.
Okay.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
Gotcha. So, I'm going to run down my list, and I know Cornelia, she actually developed a list in case I bunk out of here and all that because of the internet. So, I'm going to try to go through my list before they turn me off again. Um, Inspiration to write. When did you start writing, and what was the inspiration for you to put pen to paper? What started you on this journey?
So when I started, um, probably in first grade, I had this fascination with creation. Um, what inspired me to write my current thing? Disillusion, mostly. Hatred, spite, vindictive nature. So yeah, I started to write and create my own world, my own book series, simply because I wasn't too satisfied at the lack of dragons. You know, this world needed more dragons. So fantasy.
All right. Well, tell me more about this world, secrets and songbirds. That's your book that's coming out here shortly.
Yes, it is actually set to be released on the 4th, which just so happens to be my birthday. Was it coincidence? Was it me nagging my publisher? Yes. Uh,
It's a bit of both.
both. Both. It just worked out that way. But yeah, the book series itself is called Magnify, which is also the Twitter handle that I have and TikTok. Shameless plug, I know. But continuing it regardless, um, the first book is called Secrets and Songbirds. So yeah, that one is it's a high fantasy in the vein of Tolkien and Song of Ice and Fire, Martin, and all that good stuff. Two of my absolute favorite fantasy writers. I know it's a cliche; everybody loves them, but there's a reason. Um, but the book is psychological delvings into the minds of the creatures and people within that world and the toll, mental toll, the physical toll that it takes on them having to deal with goblins, ghouls, dragons. Love dragons. But I really wanted to dissect it. I really wanted to try to understand, like, what does that do to you? That's PTSD. That's It really is. On top of that, it's like, is it worth living in a world where you know that everything out there is trying to get you? Sort of paranoid, I know, but in that world, yeah, it is. It's a fight for life, and it's magic. People with magic. Like, I'd be losing my shit if some dude just walks over and shoots a fireball at my cat. Why? Because he could. That's jarring. That's scarring. So, yeah, that's Secrets and Songbirds.
Awesome. Let's see. What makes you gothic?
Attitude mostly, but no, seriously. It would be my like for the music. I think that goth is not just an aesthetic sort of appeal. I think that it's also like an understanding of the subculture itself. So, you know, I mean, anyone can be gothic, but I think it's a bit more than just the superficial.
Oh, I definitely agree. I think it's a personality. It's a thought process. It's a seeing things in a way that other people don't see things. Would you not agree?
Oh, absolutely. It definitely is a mindset, if you will.
Yes, a mindset. There's the word I was looking for. A mindset. Now, I know that when you would come into Twitter Spaces and you would read sections of your book and stuff like that. And I know you got a huge following on Twitter. Just a lot of people love you on Twitter. And you took a little vacation and you went to San Francisco for a while. And while you were
Did we lose them?
I think we may have lost him. But
Shoot.
Sugarfoot. I think we lost Paul. But during the time where you left for San Francisco,
Fuck.
you already know where this is going.
I know where it's going, but before I end up putting my own foot in my mouth, what exactly is the question?
Will there be more Thog in your next book in the Magnovi series?
All right, fantastic. That's not at all where I thought it was going to go. And
I mean, if there's definitely going to be more Thog erotica, I'm here for that too.
all right, so in the first book proper, there was originally quite a there was a chapter dedicated to a bit of Thog eroticism, but that was removed. So we'll leave it at that. But if there will be more Thog in the second one, yes, there will be a lot of Thog. In fact, there are quite a few chapters on there, and we'll just say that he's like the end all be all of that book.
Oh, really?
Oh, he is. It's absolutely the grand fucking like, holy shit. He played the biggest role in there. Huge, ginormous.
Yeah, because it's Thog. Why wouldn't that be the case?
Why wouldn't it be?
Hence why the erotica was great. I was amazed at what we came up with. I was like in the Twitter space because everyone else was writing Thog erotica. I literally just showed up and I was like, wait, we were writing Thog erotica. Like that, I just sat on the sidelines and listened. I'm like, this is great. This is why I love our little community. This is why.
Was hilarious and honestly put together in no time at all. I wasn't expecting this. And I wasn't even gone for that long. Maybe a couple of days. Like it wasn't even a full week. It wasn't even a full work week. But you guys managed to pull something out, and I was amazed by some of the talent there and vividness. Still have nightmares.
It's okay, I do too, because if you know who's stuff erotic, I'm not gonna throw under the bus.
Oh. Second book. In the second book, I can't spoil this. So
Okay.
in the first book, it's called Secrets and Songbird. So the front cover of the book has a little songbird, a little red cardinal.
Yes.
The second book, to homage the whole snakes and thog, it's a hydra. So I've it's called Hoaxes and Hydra. So there you go. It's a little wink and a nod at you dirty birdies.
Oh my god, I love that. I do. I love that. Oh, speaking of, that was actually something else that we didn't get a chance to talk about. Peach Drinks. That's on Kindle Vella, right? Because I read some of it and it was great.
That is on Kindle Vella.
Question: do you plan on finishing it, or is that just like somewhere on the roster to get done?
Due to like current circumstances of me trying to like finalize this whole thing, like and working on the second book, is we actually have a release schedule for the next 2 books. So I'm currently tied up with that, so I haven't really been able to work on Peach Drinks. It's more of like a passion project at this point. So if it does get done, that's great. I do have the following chapter halfway done on my computer, but again, circumstances won't allow that to be finished.
No, that's totally cool. I get it. Listen, I love the MC. I thought this character was great. I pretty much fell in love with him. I was just like, okay, I'm here for just all the craziness. What's the next thing that we're gonna do to alleviate boredom? I'm here for it. It's pretty much what it was. Okay, so now this is more of a question that I thought of for you, because honestly, Jay, after like listening to you narrate like your own work when we first like, you know, started getting to know each other in like Twitter Spaces and stuff, I was mesmerized by your voice. No cap, no bullshit. I heard you read and I was like, hi, hello, whisk me away.
Well, thank you, but honestly, all credit is due to my speech therapist. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Yes. All right. Listen, because I was actually going to segue into that. The audiobook. Is there going to be an audiobook for your book that you're publishing?
So what we're currently hoping to do is get the first 3 done. So the audiobook won't actually happen until like maybe 2025, unless, and here's a big unless, the first book pops off completely and it just sells thousands and thousands of copies, and then I can just fund it myself, and then I don't have to worry about having to wait for my publisher to get all this approved.
Duly noted. Okay, so Ed here, does that have, let me see if Ed has a question. Is there reconnecting when you add character traits? Okay, is there fear of perceived, is it retconning? Is that, I'm sorry, I can't read that. Retconning when you add character traits in later works. Is it reconnecting? I don't know. Do you see that question, Jay, or is that just me? That might just be me. Is there fear of perceived retconning when you add character traits in later voice? In later work, excuse me. I can't read.
Not really. I don't think that I'll have to worry about retconning, because truthfully, I already have an outline for the 9 books in the series. In fact, I also have the outline for the 3 spin-offs, which there is already a spin-off in the works. I'm co-authoring it with a buddy of mine.
Okay.
But yeah, back to the topic. No, not really. I know my characters inside and out. So I don't think I actually have to worry about that. Plus, the only times where like character traits or personality actually change is under one of 2 circumstances. One, horrible traumatic events that completely shatter them, which makes their traits change, makes them more guarded, or makes them more what have you. Or the second one, a passage of time. I find that nobody stays the same. Give anybody 5 years and they're a completely different person. Even taste buds change.
Oh no, I was gonna say I totally agree. My mom, she used to tell me that like she used to like eggplants and like, or she hated eggplants like as a kid growing up, and now all of a sudden she loves eggplants. So I totally get it, and you're absolutely right. People, do change, and I, feel that change is a constant, and I think that's awesome. Secrets and some. Wait a minute, you have 9 books like already plotted out?
Yeah.
Already?
Okay. All right. Little thing actually. The first book was actually supposed to be like almost 900 pages, but the problem with it was publishers, anybody that you query, if you're a first-time publisher and you are trying to get published traditionally, they're not taking a chance with a 900-page fucking book. They're going to look at you and think like you're fucking crazy, because that's money out of their pockets to take a chance on somebody who has no prior history. So I actually had to chop the first book into 3 parts. There was only supposed to be 3 books, but now there's 9 because I had to do that for each one of the outlines, and it's fucking ridiculous. And the spin-offs were actually just supposed to be like flashbacks in the book, but now they have to be full-on spin-offs so that it doesn't bulk up any of the other books. So yes, I planned out for 12 books.
Son of a bitch basket. So confession, I've written 2 books out of the Black Dragon Princess series. I've bought 4 covers. I only have 2 drafts. We're not going to mention that.
That's fine. It's not like we're live or anything. We can just edit that out and post.
Totally fine. We can just edit that out.
Yeah.
See, people thought I was joking when I said that I'm discovering the story when the readers do. Okay, I wasn't kidding when I made that up. Oh my God. Yes, this is a great question. Thank you. Will there be a Thog spin?
Oh, fuck yeah. That is actually going to be I want to say the second spinoff that I do. The first spinoff is, you guys don't even know who it is because the first book's not even out yet. But anyway, so the second spinoff that is a spoiler. I can't say that. But yes, there will be a Thog spinoff.
When did you say that the book was coming out? You said November
4th.
You said 4th?
4th.
I'm writing that down.
November 4th, the first one will be out. Pre-orders are hopefully going to be up for October. That is the timeline that the publisher gave me. But you can also mark this down. The second book comes out March of next year, and then the third book, November, once again, the year after that. No, same year. So November 23rd, March 23rd, and then this November 22.
Oh my God, March 20th. My birthday is on the 22nd, so that's crazy, in March. So it comes out a couple days after. Sweet. Okay. I was actually like writing that down.
It'll be out in March. So that's what we're hoping for. Because truthfully, the second book is actually done. Like it's done. It just needs a bit of polish and then to be sent over to my publisher and all that shit. So yeah, shouldn't be that long. Shouldn't be that hard. And that gives me a whole year for that. And then the spin-off. So we're 22nd, 2022. Wait, 2022, 2023, 2024. So March 2024 is when the spin-off comes out, which will be co-authored.
Oh, nice. Are you doing collabs with like other authors for like other spin-off series, or is it just like certain spin-off series or books that you're writing for? Or are you kind of playing it by ear?
Yes. To the first part, not the second part. No, I'm not playing it by ear. I'm actually hoping to find someone to help with the Thog spin. Because so all the spin-offs, what I want to do is I want more than just 3. I want to make this like a down the line sort of giving brand new authors opportunities to get into the industry. And I'm hoping to work mostly with people who are fans, people who like enjoy the world building, the characters, and get attached to certain characters. And I want to give them the opportunity to be like, all right, I love your character, but I want this about your character. So, give them the opportunity. The only thing that I'm doing currently with the person that I'm co-authoring is I'm just making sure that everything is consistent with lore and the world building. The whole story itself, it's his machinations. It's like I gave him the outline, and then he's filling it in how he wants.
So Thog just pretty much does whatever Thog wants to do, and I love that. I do. I love that. Wait a minute. What is... I'm sorry. I had to put this one up on the screen. Orcs and songbirds. I think that's great.
Adorable, but I can't call it that.
I know.
Thog doesn't like songbirds, and it'll be very clear when you read the first book why.
Oh my god. Oh goodness gracious. Oh yes, so that's right. We were talking about fashion and that how you love gothic fashion. I'll be honest, I know nothing about goth. So I guess just like when it comes to that, like I do know that it's like its own culture, but like aside from just dressing like in the aesthetics and stuff, like what do you think really makes someone goth? Because I know like you in goth fashion, like that's your thing, and I think that's totally cool. So I wanted to know.
So aside from attitude being like the biggest staple of goth, like if you don't have the right attitude, then you're definitely not going to cut it. It's also a lot to do with the music, the origins of it. One should be at least somewhat versed in its origins. And I'm not talking about going all the way back with like the actual like goth warriors of the whatever fucking era that was, the Visigoths as they called them. I'm talking more about like the literature. You had your Mary Shelleys, your Bram Stokers, and all that good stuff that were like that was gothic horror. Then you had the musical influences of Susie and Robert Smith. So that's also quite important. So I guess like if you at least know something about the subculture rather than just like, oh, look at me, I'm dressed in black, haha, brooding, kind of big difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen a lot of those archetypes rather.
Yes, a lot of people actually, a lot of different subcultures have that sort of like wear black as part of the whole ensemble, like, but they're vastly different. So you of course would have emos versus goth, which is like the easiest example to give, where one likes a certain sort of American sort of post-punk sort of music, where you would have goth, which is more of like course, inspired by a UK alternative from the 80s. So a bit of a difference there when it comes to that.
Okay, listen, I was going to say that's really cool. Look, at Paul had read my mind. He did. Yes, there's a question from Diana. It says, is there a strong presence of non-binary characters in your story?
So one thing that I strived for in my characters is not only did I want non-binary, but I also wanted trans representation. I wanted anything from the LGBTQIA plus community. So all of my characters have that aspect in them. And in this world, sex is not inhibited by like sort of social constructs of our world, which another reason why I decided to create my own. So you'll find a lot of more sexual liberty in my books.
I was gonna say I love that. I do. That's awesome, Jay. I've quite there's similarities in our work too. Go ahead, Paul. Did you?
Yeah, I had another question for you, Jay. There's rumors that you have a band and that you are actually the lead singer. So, could you tell us a little bit more about your musical background?
All right. So, music background back in high school, like every, I guess, edgy teenager in high school, they were in a band. So I was in a band in high school, and it went nowhere. but so I have a little experience in that. Again, lead singing, but mostly I just enjoyed karaoke. So I would, as soon as I was able to drink. Well, I mean, as soon as I was able to legally drink, there's the disclaimer, I would go to these karaoke bars and just sing my heart out up until now. And then I had a buddy of mine who is already in his own project, his own band, and definitely more about that when the time comes. But yeah, he wanted me to sing some stuff. He's also a big fan of the 80s, so am I. So we decided to do sort of a mixture, a cross between goth and like new wave. So think like a cross between like Depeche Mode or like Echo and the Bunnymen and stuff like that. So it's a bit of an amalgamation. And yeah, we're hoping to perform not next week, but the week after, live.
Excellent. Yes. And that's going to probably be a part of the show, will it not?
Oh, it will. It'll be your intro and your outro. 2 songs, a world premiere of one of them, and specifically crafted for this whole escapade, and then one that we just had in the reservoir.
Yes. And next week we have, I believe it's Attic on, isn't it?
Yes, we do. We have Attic.
Attic is going to be a guest on Jay's show next week, and then the following week it will be the band, and hopefully that becomes part of the show. I'm excited. I can't wait. And hopefully I won't have these goddamn internet problems. Anyways, hopefully this is just a one-time thing, because if it's not, I'm going to have to call Starlink back up and get my damn Starlink down here. Anyways, let's see. I was kind of in and out there. Did you cover Peach Drinks?
I did. Yes, I did. We did mention or talk about Peach Drinks, which I'm kind of sad that you might not have time, but that's okay. I understand.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It was okay. It was just, that was the first story like that I read, and I had gotten attached to, and I was like, it's okay. It's fine. I'm not going to yell at the author. It's fine.
Oh, Marnie Hill's got a question. What will be your WWE style entrance song for book signing events?
Yes.
So what I'm thinking is, and of course, it's not just about song. Song is great, but you also got to remember there needs to be pyrotechnics, of course, which will be plenty of those. And the outfit, which I'm considering full-bodied latex, probably with horns, maybe a tail, corset. But the song, I don't know. It's a toss-up between Nine Inch Nails' Closer and maybe Marilyn Manson's Beautiful People. So we'll see which one.
Yeah. Beautiful People. Mm-hmm. I'm envisioning it. I'm already watching it. So yes, I can see it. Yes. Pyrotechnics going up as you walking down the ramp and all that. 10-inch heels. Yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Quite a show, honestly. WWE, hit me up. I can pretend to wrestle. It's all good.
It's all acting anyways. Anybody can do that. Now I'm going to have all the WWE people coming at me. I just know it. Bring it on. I'll get in the ring with you.
Hail to me, damn it. Great.
Now, Cornelia, you had some on our pre-show. You had some great questions that you were going to ask Jay in case everything went bad for me, which it did. I don't know if you got to any of those questions. Did you?
Yeah, I was going to say, yes, I did. And this one's actually more of a personal question for Jay, but just what's your favorite tea flavor?
All right. Hold on. I got a serious glasses time.
Okay, Marnie, you still with us? You're going to want to hear this.
I don't know. Probably like the one that I've mostly been drinking is like this weird Alice in Wonderland brand Earl Grey. So I know, ridiculous. Yes, I have the tin. I actually posted a picture on Twitter. It's this Alice in Wonderland brand Earl Grey tea, but it's not like the Disney Alice in Wonderland. It's like the actual Lewis Carroll pictures and whatnot, and it even has like little quotes and what have you. So it's adorable. It's over 200 fucking tea bags in there. So it's lasted me more than a year right now. It's great. Too much tea. I just wanted the tin.
You're like,
Yeah.
I just wanted the tin. It was pretty.
Yes.
Now-
I want to put my little knickknacks, my little for my trinkets. You know, I wanted to put my trinkets in that box.
Now, if you ever want to do an energizing tea, get yourself some rose petals, some red clover, and some rhubarb, and they make an awesome red tea. High energy, makes you feel good, and I'm telling you, the energy pickup is awesome. So for you tea drinkers out there, red rose petals, red red clover, and rhubarb, Rooibus, rhubarb. Very, very good. Got to try it, Jay.
I'm gonna try it. And take a mental note. Probably gonna need that tea for after this.
Hence, that was the other reason why Jay was like, I mean, of course I'm gonna try. But what did you think this was?
I'm a connoisseur of tea and other hot beverages.
And you like your cold beer too, so
I'm not allowed out. I'm not allowed out.
Actually, warm. Very warm.
now did you know you can mix tea with certain alcoholic beverages?
Oh my God, we're not doing this. Paul.
Didn't we already do this bit?
Did we already do
Yes. All right. I'll get off that topic. All right. All right.
I
Yeah,
told
sorry.
you, I only had one beer. Now, yeah, I don't have enough alcohol. You're gonna make me thirsty, and then what? You know what? Maybe a buddy of mine wants to hang out tonight. I'm gonna hit up Aaron. I'm gonna go see if he wants to go drink and do some dumb shit.
Excellent. Excellent. Vodka and I'm sorry. What was the next question? An 8-ball. What was the question, Cornelia?
I was just asking what Jay's favorite tea was, and now we're here. I don't know how we got here.
All right. All of these wonderful fans that have shown up, thank you so much. Questions for Jay. It can be about Secrets and Songbirds. It can be about peach drinks. It can be about fog. It can be about anything you so choose. So looking for more questions for Jay. In the meantime, I had another thing in here. Yes. I have Jay's Twitter link and his TikTok link. You can find his linked tree at Magnify in his Twitter bio. Make sure you get his books. Go on to Kindle Vella and check out Peach Drinks. I have read it. It is an awesome piece of work. And of course, I have heard in multiple spaces that Jay has read in Secrets and Songbirds. I've heard almost the entirety of the book. It is just an awesome piece of work. Are you going to do an audio on that?
Deja vu. Yes, but probably not until like later down the road. It'll probably have to be until after the third book is out. But if I was to do the audio, I'd either want to do it myself, but if I had the money, I'd hire a whole cast for individual characters, because I think that makes the story more believable when you actually like can start relating specific voices to specific characters.
Well, you could just get a hold of what is his name? I want to say Kurt, but I don't think that's it. One of the guys that comes into the spaces, and then there's Eric, huh?
Phoenix, because Phoenix, my favorite
Oh,
narrator.
Phoenix, yeah, Phoenix. My God, yeah, Phoenix. I'm sure Phoenix could be the whole cast and crew. You know, I mean, my
Hands
God,
down.
yeah, his versatility with his voices, he could be the whole cast and crew. Hopefully down the road and everything, we can, you know, make that happen for you. You know, if I can be a part of making that happen, I will. Definitely. Like Cornelia, she's going to be helping me with my audio book, so we need to get Cornelia in there too. But yeah, and this is the thing about the writing community, people. Once you make friends in the writing community, it becomes a close knit group of people. We're all there to help each other. We beta read for each other. We you know, make connections with people. So the writing community, like I said, after my wife passed away, the writing community has just been heaven sent. However you want to correlate it, the writing community is just a strong community of people that are there for you. So come into our spaces. You know, when you see any of us, you know, we're giving you our Twitter tags and all that. Come into a writing space, listen to us, talk about our books, or sometimes my God, sometimes we're not even talking about writing or books. Sometimes we're just talking about, what was that vodka cranberry
We're
combination?
talking about Ohio not being real, Paul.
That was what we were talking about, how Ohio is not real.
Yes. Well, it's got two big sinkholes on it. It says hi, and there's two big sinkholes. So I love people. I have friends in Ohio. I take that back. I rescind that. But
And then of course, yep. And then this.
Honestly, we should probably move on before I go on a fucking tangent.
Oh God! And then there goes Luke. I don't exist.
Oh,
We need to
Luke,
have
you
Luke on one of
definitely
these.
exist.
Oh my goodness. I love that. Yes. Because Jay is a deity in human form.
Next question.
Hence the thought cult.
Did you already put this one up and I missed it?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, there's one for you, Jay.
That's great.
I'm trying to read it, but I'm going to be honest with you. These glasses,
Halloween.
they warp everything.
Halloween's coming. Would a golf person dress in a little Bo Peep costume?
Well, I can't really speak for the whole subculture, but personally, I'd do it.
Nice. I mean, I would too. So let's just do it together.
All right, there you go, twinsies.
Right. Twinning. I love it. Oh my God. Okay. And of course, here goes the conversation about how Ohio does not exist.
I was hoping to avoid it.
I know. But
It's fine. It's fine.
the comment section is not agreeing.
It's fine. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. It's fine. Go on.
Hence what Ed said. This is the kind of stuff that we talk about in Twitter Spaces, guys. This is how
So
Ohio is not a real place.
you're missing it. You got to show up. You got to go to the spaces, say hi, say goodbye like 10 seconds afterwards. It's fine.
You know, and then just listen to the insanity.
Very true.
So wait, are you solely focusing on just this one okay. I can talk, I promise.
Go on.
Secrets and Songbirds, the Magnovi series. Is that the only one that you're working on, or do you have other works in progresses?
All right. So truthfully, Secrets and Songbirds is done. It's pretty much wrapped up. Just it could have been out sooner, but I'm selfish and I wanted it out on my birthday as a gift to myself. So that's why it's gonna kind of hold off for a bit. But the second book is really what I'm kind of working on, while the spin-off is also in the works. And like I said, I'm not the one who's really writing it out. I'm more of a helping hand when it comes to the spin-off. But so yeah, technically 2 projects, 3 if you count the third book that's also being worked on. But it's all Magnify. It's all Magnify. It's all encompassing. It has taken over my entire life. Oh my god, it's great. I love it.
You just made it sound like as if, like, yeah, you know, this is all I do. This is just Magnovia. It's my world. Whatever I created, it's just there. It's mine. It's all I created. I don't give a shit anymore.
It's not even God.
And somebody had asked a question earlier about world creation. Let me go back up through the chat here. I was going to put it up, and I think that's when I may have got disconnected. Do not recall. Oh, here it is. It was from Dana. Did you answer, given your genre, how do you make your fantasy world feel and seem so realistic? That speaks to the talent, but how do you do it? And yes, you are talented, and your world building is awesome. So how do you do it?
So the way that I kind of did it is I first had to dissect what is the human condition. We are obsessed with explaining everything, even the unexplainable. We are obsessed with explaining it. So you have to start dissecting and delving in and then creating. So I couldn't use the days of the week. So I had to create new days, names. I had to create deities. I had to create geometry. I had to create celestial bodies. I had to recreate everything from the ground up. So in order to make it realistic, you have to make it as unrealistic as possible. So you have to cut off everything that makes our reality in order to craft a new reality.
Wow. I'm sorry, world building is not my thing. So that's like the answer that you just gave me is like really hit me like in the face, and I appreciate it.
What? I've listened to your writings. You are a great world builder. I disagree.
I can see it in my brain, but if you ask me no, I don't have answers for you. I can tell you overall like which group of people live in a particular area. That's about all I can tell you. But if you gonna ask me like, how does this work? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Don't even get me into that. Like well, it took me 5 years for world building. Just world building, it took me 5 fucking years. Like I'm talking about like the minute details of like even linguistic creation. Like I had to make up words just so that I could make this work.
I remember I was there for it because we were going over one of the words and which we needed to replace, and it was fuck, and it was great.
Yes.
Remember? We were there for that.
Even curse words I had to completely replace because it just like it didn't make sense because contextually those curse words were created in a certain period of time in our world to reflect like events that were happening. Like all right, I'm getting into it. I'm losing myself. I'm going on a tangent now.
Okay, well then I'm going to divert. I'm going to deflect here. I'm going to go into a whole nother topic. All right. Now for those of you that are in Twitter Spaces, you already know where I'm going to go. And for those of you that don't join us in Twitter Spaces, this is what you're missing out on. Now, we had a conversation earlier today in Spaces related to vampires and zombies.
God damn it.
If a vampire bites a zombie,
this is exactly what the chat is talking about.
What is your professional opinion as a writer and a master of the lore? If a vampire bites a zombie, what happens?
Jay's face.
Look, Firstly, we have to understand that the term vampire and the term zombie, they are umbrella terms, all right? They encompass like multitudes of different fucking vampires. Like you have Guillermo del Toro's vampire, which is like being a host for a type of sort of parasitic disease, and that's considered a strigoi, a vampire, and that's a vampire. Like those things would never touch the dead because they only eat the living, because they need it. God damn it, Paul! Different tangent. Zombies come in different forms too. All right, you have your like disease zombies. You have your like fucking fungal infection zombies. So you have again, and even like zombies that are fucking curses, Paul. Curses. People can be cursed into a zombie or cursed into a vampire. I don't have enough beer for this, Paul.
So now they're both technically the undead. So technically, nothing would happen if you go with old lore, correct?
Bullshit. No, it could happen. All right, you could technically have a hybrid zombie vampire, because if you put it into the old lore, they're both. Well, one of them is a disease, and then one of them would be a curse, because vampires were originally like curses brought upon by like pacts with devils or demons or like other sort of like malevolent spirits. Well, zombies. I ran out of steam. I'm done.
Aren't the old zombies a curse, though? Aren't the old zombies a curse with voodoo curses, creating the dead? So wouldn't it technically be a cursed undead and a cursed undead creating a hybrid cursed undead?
They can be, but there are also some accounts where zombies are considered to be a disease because it's sort of like a flesh-eating sort of a degradation sort of disease because I mean, shit, leprosy was one of the things where people were like, oh yes, these are the undead, these are zombies, because leprosy was decaying the person while at the same time keeping them alive, and it's disease again versus the curse.
Okay, so now that we have not answered that question, and I have another one. I have another one for you. It's zombie related. Cannibalism of zombies. Is it okay to eat a dead zombie?
No.
You see what everybody misses if you're not someone that comes into Twitter Spaces? Do you see what you miss when writers get together? We talk about this shit and we go in depth for hours and hours and hours. So, Jay, cannibalism of zombies,
and still don't come up with an answer.
Again, it depends on what kind of zombie. See, if it's a disease.
What if you cook it at Marty Hill? We lost your mic.
Hey, I lost your mic, honey. Lost your mic.
Jay, we lost your mic. Jay, we lost your mic.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you. We
lost
your mic. I read your lips. You said
I did read your lips. Oh my God.
We just lost Jay. Is he coming back?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, he gets to come back to this question. I bet if you put some A1 on a zombie, it'll taste better.
Right. I can't. See, this is why y'all do need to show up in Twitter Spaces, because this is the type of shit that we talk about. Like,
Here he comes. All right, Jay, do you have your mic back?
Stop.
Hey, the next question was, I bet if you put some A1 on a zombie, it'll taste better. Do you agree or disagree?
Look, like a good steak, if you cook it just right, you don't need the A1 sauce. But I put that shit literally on everything. God damn, I love A1 sauce.
Now, of course, we have another opinion. Luke Evans says, nah, the meat is rotten, guys. Food poisoning. Not if you cook it, right?
True. Smoke it for like 3 years and then eat it. What if you cook it?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Just smoke it. Why do you think they have me wearing the sunglasses? This wasn't a choice. They knew what would happen.
Oh wow, Marnie. Marnie said cheese is technically rotten. See?
Cheese is technically
Wow.
rotten.
Comes from the Greek strix, which is both owl and vampire, but I think Strigoli itself is Slavic. Yiddish might have taken it too, though.
It was a good little lesson right there. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
And of course, Luke is back on, oh no, if you cook rotten meat, it's still guys. Y'all, guys, no.
Yes, I agree with Luke. No.
All right.
Oh.
Let's go find a zombie and then we'll put it to the test.
Whoops, sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that. Oh. All right. So we've gotten all the fun stuff out of the way.
Yes.
Jay, it has been awesome, my friend. If anyone else has any more questions for Jay, please get them up there now before we close her out. Jay, it's been awesome having you here. I am so looking forward to actually getting Secrets and Songbirds. I can't wait until the whole damn series comes out because, like I said, the way you read it, and if you do an audio book, you definitely have to read one of the characters. I know you want to.
Please and thanks.
Yes,
Please and thanks.
yes, you definitely have to read one of the characters. You're one of the first spaces I came into the writing rooms and all that was you reading your book, and they were in the that dark room, and the evil person is basically moving around in it, and just your description of everything that's going on, the voice that's being used and how you present it is just awesome. And I'm telling you, people have got to get this book. It's going to be fabulous, and you've got to do the audio. I'm looking so forward to meeting the band and hearing the songs. That's going to be great. I can't wait until we rock out. It's just going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Cornelia, you have anything to add to this?
I mean, honestly, excuse me, I smoked too much weed. No, I really did enjoy interviewing you, Jay. It's always fun to be here in a space again with you guys and to just bullshit, shoot shit, ask questions. And I can't wait till your book comes out. It's been so long since I heard you read it, but I'm excited for you. And please, please, please record the audiobook. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Right. If I can, I'll try to do at least 2 of my favorite characters. I'll probably either voice Crossifer and the Demon Beast of Stanislaus Street. So I'll probably voice both of those.
Good. I was going to say Crossifer. See what Luke said. Because Crossifer.
Well, there's plenty of Crossifer in the first one and twice as much in the second one.
I like Crossifer. I'm excited.
So am I.
Excited.
So am I. All right. Now, everybody, remember Cornelia Blackmore, The Vellum, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern, every single week, every Tuesday. And now we have J.H. Colts every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern every week, and they are hosting their shows, and they are going to rock it. And it's only on In the Moment with Paul James Sisler II sitting right here. And everybody, please, please, please be kind, be happy, and may good things come your way. Thank you for participating. I appreciate your support.